It feels like it's been a really long time because we had 2 weeks off given the holiday. So I'm super excited to be back here. I'm a little late. Oops. Want to talk briefly about you guys have heard me talk incessantly about purpose and transformational work that I love to do with women who are successful but not feeling happy in their lives, and really supporting them to kind of just figure out what the next right step is. And so rather than starting with the spiel, it's been a minute since I've seen you all, and I really just want to kind of get rolling with our content today, and then do some faves. So hopefully we're going to do a little bit of chatting, getting this month started off right, and thinking a little bit about reflection, which we're going to get to in a second, and then we're going to dive right into some fun stuff. And so I hope that you'll get to hang out with me today, and I also hope you'll share questions, thoughts, and or your own favorites in the chat. Super fun for our community to come together and find resources like this. Like, I'm just such a huge resource fan. I was just typing all about it in my little workbook I'm making. And so that really got my juices flowing. So for those of you that don't know me, I'm Jen. I'm the owner of Laughing Lotus Wellness. And what I do is I do transformational purpose coaching, and have over 20 years as a clinical social worker of experience in psychotherapy. And I combine that with all of my very favorite healing modalities and techniques in the form of coaching. And so that's kind of what I do if you don't know me. And the reason that Laughing Lotus Wellness is my name is because I use humor like pretty much all the time. So that's a little bit about me if you're new. So if you're new, welcome in. I would love it if you'd say, hey, if you're new to me. And if you're joining me again, please still say, hey. It's so fun to see people in here. So I see some people signed in, which I love. It makes my heart sing. So let's talk about this month really quickly. Like I said, we're going to roll in, we're going to get that rolled out, and then we're going to do some fun chat today. So I want to talk about reflection. And so the word of the month is reflect. And you always know I change up what it means, and that's kind of my shtick. So this month, reflect means resolving to examine the full extent of our light in order to embrace clarity through transparency. That's a mouthful. This is a toothsome. That's something like my dad would say. Do you know what I'm saying? Did anybody just feel that like that was a serious 80-year-old thing to say? It's a mouthful. The pieces I want you to get is each week after this week, we're going to be talking about gifts. And we're not going to be talking about gifts. This is the only day we're talking about gifts in a literal, like physical way. The rest are all going to be magic. Like, I'm not exaggerating when I say so super fun. So we're going to be talking about them in a different way, right? I want us to always be expanding our awareness in the way that we see things through our lens. And so I want you to be thinking about reflection. Here's the inward and outward was my theme for the week. And inward and outward means this. All good things begin with us. You guys have heard me say this. If you've been following me for a minute, you know I'm gonna okay, like I know, Jen, all good things start with us. So if I don't take the time to reflect inward and understand how I'm showing up to things, what my belief system is, what areas I'm feeling like I'm struggling in, if I'm not unraveling some of those hard parts, I'm likely not going to shine the way that I want to on the inside, which means I can't shine outwardly in the same way that I want to either. Makes kind of perfect sense, yes? And in my vlog for this week, which you can go back and check on my website anytime, it's always housed there on laughinglotuswellness.com. You can go find my vlog where I talk about this. And I talk about the experience of realizing from my own perspective that when I really wasn't doing well myself, even though I was successful and I had all the things, that I'm sure I wasn't showing up to my life the way that I wanted to. And I've really kind of talked about that with my family and my husband, like, what was it like to be with me when I was going through this? And lovingly, it was given some pretty important feedback about, you weren't yourself. You weren't quite as vibrant. You weren't right. So again, what happened was, and this is a great like example, if you will, of like how I show up and I'm not taking care of myself on the inside, that every single thing that I do is impacted on the outside. So I really just want your mindset on that. Like, what happens? And there's a big word that's really important here. So there's a couple, okay? So there's a couple words, and then like I said, Scoot and I swear to God, we're gonna get to the faves in a minute, just because it's so fun. I was like, you know what? I'm so busy this week. I have big projects to do. I'm like, I do not have the bandwidth to come on in here with a whole big heavy sum. Do you feel me? I just didn't. Okay, so here's the words that I really love the most. Light, internal light. I want you to think light. Whatever I light in here shines out. Clarity, because we always want to get clear on where the hell we're going, what's happening up in here, what's happening out in here, right? So we just want to begin to make that connection like, oh, okay, so everything's going to flow from the in to the out. And what I feel and deal with in here is going to be readily apparent, whether I like it or not, to the rest of the people in the world that I'm coming into contact with. Okay. Transparency. I'm going to talk about the gift of transparency in a little bit. We're not going to do it today. And why that's so crucial. But also, I want you to imagine that's connected to light, the transparency, right? So when something's transparent, the light shines through. Okay. So I'm just going to give you a bonus little like nudge to show up for the gift of transparency, because we are going to be getting to that in week 2 or 3. I forget right now. Forgive me. It will be coming up. And I absolutely love this conversation. It's powerful stuff. So I hope you'll be there for that one as well. So we will have 3 lives in a row this month. And then I'm going to have some time off for the holidays. And so I'm just going to give you guys a heads up on that. I will be making a post about that as well. So you'll have something that kind of physical flat Stanley show up and be like, hey, yo, have a great holiday. I'll be out. Peace out, bitches. And then I'll be back around, of course, as always. So I will be taking a little bit of time off. So we're going to be doing 3 weeks back to back after this week. And then there'll be a little pause for the holidays. So here we go on our favorites. Are you ready? Drum roll, please. There's no drum roll. Okay. We're going to start. I have a ton. I could talk, and not an exaggeration, ad nauseum on these things, because I love this stuff so much. Okay. So here are some gift ideas. Now, these are gift ideas either for yourself or for someone else. But I really love the idea of garnering things that are kind of special and or enough that you can have a gift on hand, that if you have some unexpected, you ever had this, like all of a sudden your brother's girlfriend that you don't know from a hole in the wall showing up at the holiday and you're like, oh shit, I've got nothing on hand. I am a fan of having some things around. Or you're going to a Christmas gathering, someone's invited you to a Christmas gathering and you like would like to bring something, but it's, you can't spend an arm and a leg on every single thing you do. These are some of those fun things. So I'm going to talk about each of them, why I love them. So these are like total Jen. If you don't know me very well, this will probably be a little bit of an inroad to getting to know me just a little bit better, because these are legit my very favorite things on the planet, at least some of them. So I can't have my people on here. My husband goes, oh, should I pop in? I go, yes, babe, you should join us. Okay. He's so cute. I'm like, yeah, you are definitely on my favorites list. So my people aren't here. Okay. So my connections are not going to be represented today, but you all here and love my people. So my people are way more important than any of the shit sitting on this table in front of me. But with it being said, it's fun to talk. So we've got some makeup, hair care, easy sort of neutrally gifts, some fragrance, some clothing, just a couple things. And a couple of my favorite energetic tools. So I've got kind of like a span. Let's start with the like, okay, it's, if you're a woman, that's kind of who I cater to. So here we're going to talk about makeup and hair. Are you ready? Okay. My faves of all time. All right. This is one of the first things. This is skincare, and I can't ever get the stuff right. So this is called, and I'm not going to pronounce it correctly, most certainly, Cicapair. Cicapair has always been, I don't know, I'm making that up. Literally by Dr. Jart, a best thing since sliced bread. Let me tell you something. I don't know about you, but I got skin things going on. Real glorious. Welcome to the hormones. So what happens is I get some redness just in general that happens from skin, from aging skin, from whatever. This is literally a brilliant product that my daughter taught me about from TikTok. My daughter's legit my like guru on all things skin, hair, fashion. I'm not kidding. Literally, she will be like, Mom, I heard about this great thing. You have to have it. This I put on the very last thing of my skincare in the morning. And I'm not exaggerating when I say it does literally take away redness in your skin. I don't know how, I don't know what magic is within this little ditty, but it is legit magic. And I'll show you what it looks like. So I have a new one sitting because my other ones, I'm literally scraping the bottom of my other one for reference. I mean, that's how much I love it. And that's always a product that goes a long way with me. And I can't get it out, of course, because I'm on camera. Okay, there we go. So it's a little bottle. And then it comes with, it's so cute. It's like a little spoon. And you just take and get that in. I put it on, forehead, cheek, massage it in everywhere. I can't say enough. Literally a life-saving. If you have any redness in your skin and want some, just like to kind of have it nice and even, Beautiful product. Okay, that's one. Okay. Do I have another skincare? No, we'll do hair care quick. This is one of my favorite brands of all time. So this is Olaplex. I'm not, by the way, I don't have any affiliates. Just so you all are real super clear, Jennifer only wishes I was cool enough to be getting kickbacks for any of this shit. This is just my favorites. So just so you know, I'm not like getting money or getting 25% if y'all go buy. So I wish. Okay. Olaplex. I like this whole line. I'm going to be honest. This is really hilarious. Just really quick side story. This is one that you put on your hair after you've washed it and conditioned and you've gotten out and it's a little bit towel dry. You put this in your hair and it helps like smooth and soften away frizz, et cetera, et cetera. Just kind of creating a nice base for your hair. But also I use like straighteners and curling iron. So this is a great protectant. Okay. So just last week I went out and put it in my hair and I go, in my hand, I go, that looks kind of like, yeah, using the bottles look the same. Used a product that I was supposed to be using in the shower and rinsing out on my hair, and just blow drying and doing my jam. And actually what's funny, it didn't hurt my hair at all. So that's super interesting. Like that is to me, I know that sounds funny. Like, first of all, what a dork. Okay. But secondarily, like, honestly, this is such a good product. Even that didn't make my hair greasy and gross. This, and I'm a big fan of, and I will tell you, this is a bias of mine. You do you. In my experience, I do like working within a hair care line. So if you like something, for a long time, I did living something. Ooh, it was the Jennifer Aniston one. For a long time, I did that. They had a hair care line that was like for aging hair. I know, I'm lucky that way. And then they quit making that exact one. And that was really what I liked. And so, and then Chloe, again, my guru, was like, Mom, this is supposed to be a really good brand. You should go check this out. I absolutely love it. I use a shampoo, I use a conditioner, I use like 2 or 3 masks, and I use this to protect my hair after I'm out of the shower. So when I say, I mean like this is the best. So this is Olaplex. So Olaplex for Instagram, so y'all can see. Now, this is just one part of that series, but I'm serious when I say this is such a good. I have aging hair, and I've also got like dyed hair. So it is dry. So I require some extra boost. If you don't, bless you, namaste. You can probably use like whatever you can get off the shelves at Target. I cannot do that. My hair would just be like legit a mess. And so I am very careful. Okay. This is one of my all-time. Now I'm going to tell you what, this is a little bit of I can never get this right on this because the one on YouTube is always super goofy looking. This is called Way. This brand, this is a mask. I use a little bit of this with my conditioner from Olaplex together. The conditioner, a little bit of that, and a little bit of this. This is like perfume in a bottle. Now, if you're a scent person, you might love this. If you're not, you might be like, no, thanks. That's okay. I'm going to be really honest about it. I literally love this so hard. This scent by itself is one of my very favorites. That's why I use it anyway. So I'm trying, it has a floral scent. It's strong. So I will tell you, this feels like sort of a signature. I was going to see if it even talked about anything in here. Just as a mix of extract. I was like, dang it. I was hoping it might talk a little bit about the scent. This is money to me. Like, I'm not kidding you when I say I love the smell of this so much. So I will just put this with whatever conditioner I'm using, my friends. A little dab will do ya, but it is beautiful. The smell is so profound. It is actually a really nice hair care line as well. So I do use their spray and leave-in product as well. So this is like a hair mask. Love the smell. Also use their leave-in spray all the time. So I have a couple of things I do. I do like I mean, if you saw my regimen, you would probably poop your pants, which would be really unfortunate, but I'm just telling you, there's a lot. Okay, moving on. Let's do makeup. I'm a big makeup fan. I love makeup. If you're not a makeup fan, you will not want to listen to this next few minutes, but bear with me. Okay. Cool gifts though. I'm going to give you some heads up on that. So some of this stuff I would tell you, like if you had someone that you knew intimately, that was a friend, a girlfriend, a sister, a mom, somebody that you wanted to kind of do something, these are really honestly beautiful gifts, truly. So you could go and pick out even like the sample sizes of things and make someone a really, really, really cool gift. Or if you're like yourself, like me, I actually buy some things for myself for Christmas, which sounds really weird. I just do it because it's way less work. I'm out. I do it for my husband. And then I'm like, here's some things you can give me for Christmas. Now that sounds underwhelming. However, it's stuff I use all the time. And then he doesn't have to go out and do it. It like saves time and energy. But I truly believe, one, if you really like these just for yourself, go check them out, right? You'll know what's for you or what's not. Like I said, that way is a really specific smell. If it resonates, you're going to be like, I'm like Donkey Kong. And if you're like, no, thanks, pass, right? I get it. Like, we're not all the same. I've got a couple of scents here as well that I'm going to share with you guys. They may or may not be your cup of tea, and that's fine, right? But it's just fun to kind of hear what somebody else likes and why. And so, again, gifts for you, gifts for someone else. Some of the hair care and makeup might be something that you'd want to know somebody just a little bit better for, just because, like, right, I know we all have like specific things we really enjoy, but these are truly hard and fast faves of mine that I have garnered through lots of testing. So trust me. Okay. First, this is Huda Beauty. So I'm going to tell you what. If you are looking for a little small palette for any woman in your life or yourself, these are so bomb. Why? I literally, by the way, just recently spent 20 minutes walking another random stranger woman through a Sephora like I worked there. Just for reference, she was like, what are your favorites? I can tell that like you do your makeup all the time. Like, I literally walked her through a store for 20 to 30 minutes. I was like friends there by the time she left. I don't work there. I don't know. She asked me, I don't know. She was like probably a little bit younger than me, but she was like about my age. I think she was like, hey, what are you doing? I'm like, oh, girl, let's go. Okay. So this is one of the palettes. This is the nudes line, which I know sounds kind of risque. I think there's 3 or 4 of these. I am telling you, I will show you guys. Literally, these are standards for me. The colors are so pretty. So now here's the thing, right? So if you are someone, depending on the eye color that you have, I will tell you that this is a game changer for people that you want to pay attention to the eye color. So these palettes, any pinks and oranges on my eyes make my blue eyes go, whoa, right? This is how I do that. And so for the longest time, I didn't mess as much with eyeshadow. It's funny, I used to be a total lipstick chick and no eyeshadow at all, really. I mean, like really, really super light. And now I'm a complete eye person and complete nude lip. I mean, whatever. Okay, so these are really, really beautiful products. And what I mean is they are high quality pigmentation and they're not going to cost you $8 million. Okay, so super, super great. And these are nice size. So if you had, again, a sister-in-law, a sister, a friend, whatever, and you were like, hey, this would be a really nice thing for this person. If you, again, taking into account their eyes or doing a really neutral one, this one's pretty neutral. This one's pretty neutral. This one's getting a little bit warmer and a little bit more, but like, I mean, right, you can see one is going to be just a little bit more kind of like easier to kind of match with whoever. But they have like 4. There's like a blue one, I think maybe a green one. There's a handful of them. They're amazing. And what's going to happen is these are easy to blend. They are so pretty. The colors are. This is like if you were going to travel and you didn't want to carry a big old ass palette, because that's what I do anyway. Truly, these are amazing. So this is such a good product. So again, this is Huda. Huda is the brand, and then they're like the nude palettes, and they're small. They're so good. I've been using mine for I don't even know how long. Okay, next up, makeup number 2. This is a Morphe palette called Natural Flirt. Now, why am I bringing that up? Oh, there goes my thing. This is, and I'm serious when I say singularly the best palette I've ever owned in my entire life that is cheap as dirt. Let me see if I can get it on Instagram here. So here's the deal. This is by Morphe. Last year, here's the magic. This was their seasonal one. So it came in a white package. It was gorgeous. And I bought one. I was like, oh, it's pinks, blah, blah, blah. Literally, I also use this every single day. Not an exaggeration. There are nudes, there are pinks, there's all the way into the purples. This is such a rockin' set of colors. I cannot even explain it to you. And also, again, really good quality that will not break the bank. I'm guessing this is between 20 and 25 bucks, but this is literally, look at how many colors there are. So I'm not going to swatch it all. I'm not like a makeup guru around here, but I just want you to see this is by far and away. So then I was brokenhearted because I'm like, the season's over. They're not going to, I'm willing to bet you they had so many people come back and say, we love this palette. They actually made it one of their standard palettes. That's how good it is. So again, it's called Natural Flirt. It's by Morphe, and it is literally a bombdiggity.com. I'm not kidding. Do yourself a solid. So again, eye color counts here, but I also feel like most of these are really neutral enough that almost anyone could use them. So again, if you're going to get someone, I am not, gross that is. Hey, there's my finger. Rose. Okay, anyway. Amazing. Okay, so there's that. Okay, 2 more things in this and we're moving, I swear to God. Okay. I cannot say. This is Buxom lip gloss. Okay, I used to be a total, I just said, total lip fan. Okay, so I used to do all color every single day. And then I started to, once I did my eyes, it felt like a lot. And I was like, you know what? Let's just, if you're going to do one, let's not do so much the other, or this one and not so much this, right? Everyone's wired different. That's just my modality. You do you. Okay, this is by far and away, I'm not kidding you. I think I seriously own almost every single one of these tubes of color in this brand. It's called Full On Plumping Lip Cream. And this one's pink champagne. And they've got a lot of like, they're really pretty. They're pretty sheer. So I like, this looks super like straight up pink, but you put it on and it's light, but it's pretty sheer and transparent. Look at that word coming in again. I am not joking when I tell you I literally love this. It does not feel sticky, which I hate. So I loathe sticky lip glosses. So gross to me. And so this is my fave. This feels nourishing. It's a little minty because it's a plumping kind of formula. They're so beautiful. I'm not kidding. So I literally gift this to people. And by the way, if you hit, I believe Sephora and Ulta, they will sell these in little kits for trials for the holiday. So you can get like 4 for $30 or something like. Oh, it's Buxom. All of their stuff is legit my favorite. I wear this every day. So I'm telling you kind of like my every single day favorites. This is what I use. Okay. Stila. So this is, oh my God. Okay. So today I'm wearing, you can see I have this really like shimmery white at the corners of my eyes. This is the brand that I use. So if you like glitter at all, and I'm wearing really glittery today because I knew I was coming on camera with you all. So I'm wearing a little bit jazzy than I normally would, but this is so pretty. So this is, which one is this one? Kitten, which is one of my all-time favorites. Kitten and Cloud are my 2 very favorites by far and away. This is a little orangey. It almost looks a little peachy, but on your skin, it's just going to look light, right? So for me, it doesn't show up like peach. It's like, it's not this like, it's like, nope. It's like a really beautiful kind of skin tone, whatever color. This, I usually wear just on the inner corners of my lids right here. That's it. I blend with other kind of more glittery and glitzy looking shadows. So for my palette, then I would go in and I would use like a fix it spray kind of thing on my brush, go in, get another color that I like, blend the center, then I get the darkest one and I put it on the outside. Now you didn't want a makeup tutorial, but what I wanted to say was I use this every single day. One of these on the inner corner of the eye. They are literally my favorites. I'm not kidding. It's such a good quality. It's not flaking off into your eye. There's beautiful colors in this as well, depending on whatever skin tone, whatever kind of jam you like for your stuff. Gorgeous. I mean, it is literally such a good product. I cannot say it enough. So that's one of my ones. All right, moving into fragrance. Okay, everyone's different. Fragrance is tough, but I just watched Jaclyn Hill's favorites. By the way, almost always, I get 1 or 2 things off of her list, just so you know. So she is a total makeup guru. And if it's someone that you watch, I don't even really watch her videos anymore, not to be mean. I don't have time. But I did watch when I was like really started getting into like actually really being artful about my makeup. She was one of my major mentors that I watched all the time to learn from because I love her. So I have really appreciated her favorites. Almost every year I get something or 2 things off of her list because she does a fine freaking job of doing it. So I'm like, hey, I'll pass it on, right? Okay. So with that being said, fragrance is really something personal, and I know that, but I wanted to talk about 2 that are my very hardcore faves. She actually talked about one of these this year. This is the brand Replica. Now, I am a scent fan. I have friends that can't stand it. One of my friends used to work with, she was like, I can't even, like a candle would bother her. Like you just had to be really sensitive about it. So I know we're all wired differently. This is for my scent wearing friends. Okay. This one's Bubble Bath, which sounds really funny because you almost imagine some sort of like childlike, whimsical. That is not. It's literally, it says it's comforting, clean, and it's literally so beautiful. It's really soft and it does have a scent like old school bubble bath. I can see where they're going, but it also has a natural smell to it. I don't think this is one of those really jarring, weird, like, what is that kind of smell? And when I was in Alo Yoga in California, when I got to go on a trip to LA, we went and I'd never been in one because we don't have one close to us in Minnesota. And I went in there and their spray they had a spray and I was like in love with it. It was like $45 for a little tube. This is exactly what it smelled like. So we went down the way to Sephora because I needed to pick something up. I think I left something at home or whatever. And I was smelling just literally by chance the little sample ones. They do have these in little samples. I cannot recommend enough. If you're going to try a new scent, get a sample. If you can find it in a small size, do not commit to something that you've never smelled at all, particularly in a big size, without trying a sample first. So if you can get somewhere and try it, great. But if you can't, even just getting a sample is a great way to kind of test something out and see if it's something that you like on your skin. And if you like to wear it all day long, right? Because something we might like in passing, we put it on and like an hour later, I'm like, I'm going to die. Take it off. So we know, right? This is a very, like I said, clean, sweet, but I feel subtle. So this is one of my standards. And for me to say that is a big deal because I'm super picky about what I will wear on a regular basis. Hands down, favorite winter scent ever. And this is the last scent of the bunch. This is by Elizabeth James, and it's called Nirvana Rose. Now, my husband thinks this is the best thing since sliced bread. I will tell you, and I always ask him because obviously I want him to enjoy, and I buy him cologne every year too. Like we're centipede wearers. So this is smoky, and there's a hint of rose in it, but that smokiness is what sets it apart. So for me, this is a brilliant winter scent. It's just got a warmth to it that I almost can't even describe to you, but it is gorgeous. I literally am already here, and my husband just got me an extra so I'd have one as a backup. And I don't know if they're making this routinely anymore. At one point, you could also get this in a little sample. I cannot even tell you. This is for sure, for the longest time when people would hug me, this was my signature scent. Somebody would be like, oh, that's Jen. Like you'd smell it and pass, you'd be like, oh, there goes Jen. Like this is so bomb to me. And now because I fell in love with this one, I'm alternating depending on my mood, which one I'm going to wear every day. Literally, these are my two standard scents that I love to wear. Okay, let's move into gifts, shall we? Okay, God, so many good things. This ode to Jaclyn Hill. Talked years ago about butter socks. I know. It's like, come on, it's socks. These are the softest effing, brilliant, sweetest socks on the freaking planet. Go ahead, buy yourself some. Here's why this is a great effing gift. Everybody wears socks in the winter, in particular around the holidays. It's so nice to have something cozy. I literally love these. My daughter loves these. I get us new ones every single year. This is another really sweet, easy gift to toss at a friend. Like, cannot even emphasize. You're like, oh shit, I forgot. So Aunt so-and-so's coming and I would like to have a little something for her. Not kidding. Best socks on the planet. Again, Jaclyn Hill recommended this years ago. I'm still buying these suckers. They're amazing. I find mine at Nordstrom's. I don't know where else you can get them. These are just called butter socks, and that's where I buy mine. So good. Okay, they've got cream, black, pink. They kind of have standard colors. I just like get basics, but that's me. Whatever you like. They have some, you can go check out the colors and stuff. Okay, moving on. Okay. I literally love Tara Brach. So this is one of those, it's probably $15. I'm going to guess you can find this on Amazon. Tara Brach is a famous meditator. So if you don't know her, that's fine, right? This is such a sweet freaking read. They are short and simple. The artistry is so soothing and gorgeous. And they're like little anecdotes. So you could read a little bit of this and you're not like strung out. You're not like, it doesn't feel like an effort. I'm always thinking, I haven't read a single chapter in this book yet that I wasn't like, I had a total some kind of epiphany, not even an exaggeration. I've used it for teaching. I've used it for all sorts of stuff. It is so beautiful and like just lovely and warm. And she's so real and transparent in this. And so she talks about her own journey. So this is Trusting the Gold, Uncovering Your Natural Goodness. And she just does an epic job, which is something that I strive so hard for my clients, of making things accessible. Like, it's not like, oh, I'm this guru and I'm awesome. And I'm, no, she's like, this is how I make mistakes too. So it's just such a beautiful, short and sweet, profound read to me. So I just wanted to bring this up because I literally have already marked, you can see, I have got to be at least halfway through this. We did it as a book club for the parts I was able to make it to. And it was a gorgeous conversation. Like I cannot $15. I mean, truth, like grab 3 of them, give them to besties, whatever. Such a beautiful read and so profound and lovely. And so this is sweet to me. Like it's like a hug in a book. Okay, love that. All right, candles. I'm gonna tell you what, I may have a problem with candles. I'm just gonna be honest with you. Candles, blankets, and pillows. My husband is like, no. What'd you say? Obviously, post. It's everywhere. LOL. Obviously, post. It's everywhere. The book is? Chantal, is that what you're saying? The book is everywhere? It's so good. I don't know. And if that's what you were saying, because I like want to respond if there's something you were saying to me. Okay, so candles. I'm a big fan and I love them as gifts as well. So this is my very favorite holiday scent. So, which is really saying something because for the longest, Post-its. Oh God. Oh, I have Post-its everywhere. Yes. You're so funny. Yes, I totally, right? This is what she was getting at. Oh my God. I have also a problem with that. That's I like to be organized. Okay. So this, I love, love, love Bath and Body's Twisted Peppermint. So I will tell you that was my long-standing, very favorite Christmas scent ever. It's so beautiful. And I find that most people really enjoy that. That's like a pretty standard. It's not like an off-putting, whatever. Love that one. Jacqueline likes winter something. And I can't remember hers that she likes. That's a pretty one as well. Twisted Peppermint's also nostalgic. It was one of my mom's faves. So I'm like super partial to it because when I smell it, I'm like instantly think of my mother. This has probably taken its place. So this is by Illume. It's called Winter White. And this is the 11.8 ounce. First of all, I mean, like, look at how freaking pretty the tin is. I mean, it like looks like a gift. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's so gorgeous, right? Super pretty. Winter White. It's a little pine like balsam with a super clean, like outdoor. That's almost the best way I can. It's definitely got some sweetness to it, but it's like the outdoors. So when I do this and I have a teak incense. It literally smells like someone having a campfire in the woods in my office. Like, and you can smell the trees, the freshness of this fragrance. And this will smell up a place. When I tell you these candles are so freaking phenomenal, this brand, Illume, oh my God, or Illume, I'm guessing it's Illume. I don't know. I sounded fancy when I called it Illume, just saying. Winter White. So this is again, by far and away, I often have this burning in my office when I'm working in the season. Oh my God. I can't. Okay. So another great gift, just saying. So good. Okay. Okay. I'm already laughing. Okay. These are funny. Okay. I went into a boutique here just recently. And so here's the challenge I would tell you. I don't know where the hell you can buy these. I'm just being really honest with you because I don't know. Okay. They are boutique find. And I love boutique shopping just because I like the unique and like funky things you can find that you can't find anywhere else. So sometimes my candles and my books and some of my specialty items that I have really come from those places because I like that they have a unique variety of something that's just kind of different. Okay. Okay. Where's my favorite one? Okay. So I was walking in the store and I can't even believe I bought these for myself because I normally would not. I'm like, what a frivolous, dumb, whatever. This was my favorite Christmas cocktail glass. It says, ho, ho, holy shit. So you, again, my humor, right? I mean, this is like total my humor here. Okay. Ho, ho, holy shit. That's one. I just found the Christmas spirit. Okay. He sees you when you're drinking. Okay. There's only 4 different ones. This is my other fave. Dasher, Dancer, Prancer, Vixen, Vodka, Whiskey, Bourbon, Blitzen. So here's what I would tell you. I get a hoot out of these. Like, I am a big fan of anything that cracks me up. And so like, even back in the day, I like big butts and there was those like big cups that were kind of insulated, really super nice, but they had really funny, like dance sounds like lyrics, but they were like totally made up words that somebody couldn't figure out when they were actually singing, which cracked me the hell up. Okay. So that's my cup of tea. When I saw the holy shit, I'm like, that is coming home with me. So these are legit the cutest. I think they were like 12 or $13 a piece. Oh, I can't get it right because this always messes me up. For some reason, YouTube is flipped and it always messes with me like no one's business. So these are so freaking cute. So this isn't for everybody. This would be really a fun gift. Let's say you were traveling for the holiday at Thanksgiving. You found something like this. You could still totally go get these and rock these at your own home. Your friends would totally think this shit was funny. I'm sorry. So this is super fun. So I bought them for me because I think they're funny. But truth be told, honestly, even if you did this as a holiday gift and brought it to someone early and were like, here, please enjoy these with some cocktails in the season, get them a little cocktail basket. How cute would that be with the makings for a vodka mule? I'm sorry. I maybe should already be having one. Anyway, okay. So those are my 4 funny glasses I absolutely fell in love with in a boutique. And I'm like, those are coming home with me. Please and thank you. It took me a couple times. I'm going to say I passed by them and then I was like, so I went back and bought it. Okay. All right. Almost done. Couple clothes things. We're ending with energy items. Okay. Legit, I cannot say enough. I am wearing it's sapphire blue, which will be very hard to tell because it really looks black on camera. So I have pants that are sapphire blue and this little top, and it's really cute because the top is like a sports bra. So it's got like built in a bra, but then also it's longer. It's genius. So here's what I love about this. Here's another color that I got. They have these really gorgeous jewel tones. So these are by Athleta. I'm going to tell you what, first of all, I wish I was an Athleta affiliate. Can I just be real with you? One, I wear their shit like literally every single day, pretty much, just saying. And so these pants, you guys, are so bomb. I'm going to tell you what. So, okay, I do get a little bit triggered because all I can see is athleisure wear from like the 70s. You know what I'm talking about? Soprano style, Saturday brunch. Okay, these are not saggy. These are not the old school tracksuit. Legit, they are so gorgeous. And they've got a really gorgeous sapphire blue, which I'm wearing. They've got a really pretty cranberry, which I bought. They've got black, and then they've got like a pink. And the pink is cool. I picked it up, and then I was like, it's a little funky, and I felt like I couldn't necessarily dress it up. Now, before you're like, dress it up, bitch, what are you talking about? Let me get real with you, okay? First of all, these are so comfortable. They are seriously so soft. They're like a velvety velour, whatever the heck you want to call it. So soft, so warm and cozy. I am legit rocking this shit with a sweater, and you could totally dress this up. Today, I'm going to be working from home and I'm doing content and I'm creating content and blah, 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 blah. I can sit around in my home and no big deal. I would legit, when I tell you, rock this with a gorgeous cream or gray sweater, black sweater. And then, oh, I know, don't cry when I show you these boots. Just saying. I haven't bought myself some shoes in a hot minute. When I say, oh, do I love me some shoes, but it's been a minute, COVID. Okay. And I was like, saw these in the store, and I normally, these are so random, this color. And like, I literally was like, nope, those are coming home with me. I never do that. Like literally I don't. Yep, they did. And so I would even literally, not even kidding, I know that this is a little more red. I would totally rock this with a freaking sweater and go to a holiday party. I'm not kidding. Seriously, out to dinner, if you've got a holiday dinner, these are so gorgeous that I literally got a couple of them. Okay, so that's my like fashion. Oh my God. So I'm a big fan of Athleta. Their stuff washes beautifully. It's high quality. It's not inexpensive. I will say that. But again, like I would rather have like 3 really quality pieces I can wash and wear all the time, and they still look really beautiful. I do take really good care of them. I will be honest. I take really good care of my athletic wear, because if I wear Lululemon or I wear Athleta, it's not cheap stuff. It's an investment. I do get a little break because I am a yoga instructor. So because I'm certified, I get to be their ambassador for fitness wear. Hey, Sue. And so I love, love, love. So I cannot say enough about these. They're gorgeous. I think they do have a really nice amount of sizes as well. Something just happened. Something just happened over there, friends. This day. Do you ever have this day? Oh my word. Oh, it's hot as a mole. Oh, my extra light is literally 9 million degrees. Well, that's gone. Okay. For now, it was like, and we're done and dying. So it just turned off. Truly, when I say just brilliant products at Athleta, I really do love what they do and what they stand for. And so big fan. Oh, and I did forget a thing. Shoot. I never do this. I'm going off camera. I'll be back. I'm coming right back. Hang on. Darn it. I totally forgot to grab it. Shoot. Where are they? Oh, no. Oh, here they are. Okay. Oh, I was like, oh no. Okay. All right. Here we are. This is another, I'm going to say, huge gift. Get on the horn. Okay. I never step off camera. That's so cheesy, but okay. These are mantra mugs. On Instagram, And I love this female-based company so hard. And so what you can do is they've got funny mugs, they've got serious mugs. One says positive energy and one says meditation, but they have all kinds of fun, kitschy, playful, and to boot, you can actually create your whole own phrase or like statement that you want on a mug to send to someone. So they're probably 25 bucks a piece. It's a little bit expensive, but I feel like if you had like an inside joke with someone, or if you knew something really spoke to someone's soul, or they were going through a thing, I feel like this is such a cool gift to be like, I was really thinking about you. It's so personalizable, which is not a word. Um, I literally, these are so high quality and came in the most beautiful packaging. Like, I'm not even joking. I got these because I wanted to take them to my photo shoot, which they didn't come in time. I was so sad about it. But anyway, they didn't come in time. So I didn't get to, put these front and center in my photo shoot, which I would have, but that's okay. So these are literally amazing. And they came in the sweetest packaging of like a gorgeous box and gorgeous ribbon with a note, like a little note to thank you for buying from them. This is a women-owned company. I'm such a fan. When you can find a company that you are going to be able to put some life into as another woman, I just feel like bring it on. Bring it on. I'm not clanging those together because I love them too much. Great. Mantra mug. Okay. Same. Hint water, lemon, blueberry, my very favorite hint water. Again, total standard John Fave. Just saying. I met the woman that actually created this company at a women's seminar this fall. And do you know how I also have like a face the name? And you know how that is? You're like, oh my God. And she doesn't probably need a gazillion dollars from me, but I'm just saying. But I really love, again, hosting and holding up space for women-owned companies that are really out there trying to do something good. And this woman, literally, her story is so cool. She's like, I went to Whole Foods. I was looking for a different kind of water. I couldn't find it. I asked the guy in an aisle, so funny, the guy that works here who's stocking, like, do you know if there's anything like this out there? He's like, no, but somebody should make it. Ta-da! She's incredible. She's written a book. But literally that is by far and away my favorite water that I have almost every single day. Just saying. Now that's my favorite play. If you would like something else, whatever, but so good. So if you want to try that, again, holding up other female business owners, big deal. Okay. Energy things, two things left. That's it. We're almost there. It's like a marathon, right? It's a marathon. Okay. This is a protection obsidian spray with sandalwood oil in it. This is something that I bought in California. I did get a couple of things from California to bring home with me because I was like, I'm going to make that. So I am actually going to be making some of these sprays that have crystals in the bottom, and it's just filtered water and then essential oils. So one, if you want to make your own, by all means, feel free. I will be Reiki inducing mine, making them extra special bougie, of course. And so I'm going to make a handful of these with different stones and essential oils that when you combine them together are going to like create like a beautiful, healing or a sense of feeling successful or whatever it is, abundance, whatever it is that you're feeling like you're needing. I'm going to create some of these because I just love them. Here's why these are so cool. If anyone's out there and you're using incense or sage to smudge, to cleanse, I love, love, love. Okay. Love, like all the time. I do it at my home. It is really smelly. And so for everyone that does not feel accessible. And so it's one of those things that I'm careful about it when I'm in my home and when I'm in my studio outside, I don't care at all. I'll smudge away because it will dissipate and it's outdoors. I have to have windows open. In the winter in Minnesota, you're not going to go out there, shoot, freeze to death and die. It's not heated. Okay. So this is such a nice, short and sweet. If I feel like I'm having a minute, like I will use this to cleanse all the time. I'll go through my office. I'll do it to myself. My husband was having a hard day the other day. I'm like, we all need the things. This is so great. So for anyone who is sensitive, but you would like to be able to do something, you probably could find a really low key oil and do this. This is a soft smell. It's beautiful. It's woodsy smelling. And so I love this just because it smells so great too. But the intention behind this is so lovely. And so truly such a fan of roll-on oils and sprays in place of always doing something that's like smoky and really pungent, because that's just not everyone's cup of tea. This does not have, I will tell you, if you're on the energetic spectrum of doing things in your life to take care of yourself, which I hope that you are, and if you're following me, you probably are, truly, I would say this is not going to be the same as a good old sage smudge cleanse. I'm just being totally real about it, right? But in a pinch, I do find that I absolutely love and I'm grateful for having things like this around. And I've got another one that I use to like, it's like for abundance and success. So if I want to just kind of like feel really vital again, I'll use that one. They're the best. I'm not even kidding. So good. Okay. Last thing. I have so many things I could do. Here, I have a sound bowl. The reason I brought this is this week I did a sound healing in my insight timer and meditation day with my people, my community. And people were asking all sorts of questions about these. They're so gorgeous. And people are like, what is sound healing? Rah, rah, rah. I'm not going to get into the science of that because it would take us 14 hours. But I will say this sound healing is incredible. And it's one of the things I love doing for clients. It's so peaceful and it's so healing. And what happens is the inside of your body aligns with the vibration of what you're listening to. So if I am feeling really dysregulated and I'm really upset or emotional, or whatever, and I'm listening to sound bowls and that sound is pure, right? There's a tone that's going to help align that vibration internally that's going to bring about a change. I like calling it a state change, which means I may be in one place and then I have this experience and I feel like I'm in a different state emotionally and mentally and honestly, energetically. That's what I'm really saying. But for those of you that are newbies and you're not comfortable, okay. But if you really want an energy shift, let's do some sound healing. Why do I have this big ass bowl? So this is a quartz singing bowl, which is one of my favorites to play for other people. They are really forgiving. And so you can be playing these and it's not like I have to take like a big extra expert class, right? Like they're so beautiful. But this is a really quick and easy way to tap into something and to also clear your energy. So I have the heart one sitting in front of me. And so yesterday, they all run together this week. On Monday, they were like, which one would you get first? And like, what's your favorite? Someone asked me and I was like, oh God, because I'll tell you what, this is the first one I would get. The heart singing bowl is the first one to start with. They come in different sizes. They are not a cheap endeavor and the quality of them does matter. So you do want to read reviews. So like I've gotten all of mine off of Amazon and I get Top Fund bowls. That's the name of the brand. Most of them are very good. One of them is a little, the sound's not amazing. I'll be honest. One of them that I will probably end up replacing one of these days, but that's fine because overall they've been actually really, really good. So they align to the chakras and the tone is what's creating that healing experience. So I'm going to play it for you for a minute. So this is the heart one. And so this is what it sounds like. So you can either just hit the side and you might not be able to hear this very well. It's still playing. I love it. You might not be able to hear this well over the audio for tech because I don't have all my nice stuff set up, but I just wanted to play it a little bit for you so you can hear, like I can just hit the side of it and that tone is gorgeous. And or you can actually just take and use the mallet around the outside. I just want to stop and listen. So here's what it is. You can hear it great. Oh, good, Chantal. Thank you for telling me. I was like, this probably sounds like shit. The heart, because we all need clearings regularly in the heart space. So much like your emotions, your energy is going to shift and change, right? And so what happens is those energy centers that we have that I won't talk about ad nauseum today, they get bungled up like we do, like our feelings do, like our thoughts do. So as we have experiences, we'll need to go in and we want to re-regulate them and let them function for our best and highest good. These are a great resource to help clear and realign them. Okay, that's what sound healing is really kind of doing. It's realigning for us. This, again, the heart by far and away. I love the heart bowl. I love the third eye bowl, which is one of my other very faves. And then probably one of my other very, very fave chakras to ever work in is that mid body. And that's the solar plexus because that's our willpower. It's like your gut instinct and it's your fire. And so for me, I have enough of it for 4 people, but for some reason it is just definitely one of mine that I'm like, I literally love taking care of it because so many women struggle in this area. This is where we can really lose sight of our energy and we really need some alignment and some shifting and changing. So personally, if you were asking me, like, this is one of the ones I would get just because I know the work that I do with women. This is one area we really need to work in. But in general, if I was going to say, go get a singing bowl to start, if you wanted to grab one just to have on hand, because I think you're going to use it really, really regularly, I would get the heart chakra one. So again, Amazon, top fund. They've got all sorts of different diameters usually that you can look at, but and I cannot read the reviews, because the reviews will tell you whether something is worth a shit or not, because truly some of them are not. So don't spend the money on something that does not sound good. And so really, truly do protect your investment and make sure that you're getting something that is high quality. If you plan to travel with them, do also get a travel thing. I do have lots of them. They're bulky and they're a pain in the booty, which is why I don't travel with these much, because no, thank you. But they are super, super handy. And so I would say if you're going to ever take it anywhere to use it, either have a box with lots of padding in it that you can always just use, or get one of those containers that it like Velcros and zips. It's really sturdy and you can like put it over your shoulder and carry it with you. And so I just wanted to share, they're gorgeous. They're literally beautiful. They also have colored ones that match the chakra colors, stuff like that. They've got different, ideas all over the place. You can look everywhere. So just wanted to share with you. They are fragile. They are literally glass. I mean, they are crystal. So, right. So, which I love having in my home anyway, because I'm a crystal healer. So I love that. They come with a little, like, this is so that they can sit nice and flat and have protection on the bottom, because they're like curved on the bottom. They're so gorgeous. I cannot tell you, I'm such a fan of sound healing. And if you've never tried it, I do recommend going and looking that up. I do have a sound healing in on Insight Timer. If you use the app there, I'm trying to think if I have a freebie somewhere. I don't know, my email people get one every once in a while. I'll send a freebie to them. But they're all over YouTube. So go just check out YouTube. If you've never done this, go take a listen. To me, this is literally so soothing. My daughter thinks that it's like nails on a chalkboard. So is every one single thing going to hit every person's mark? No. But what I would tell you is this singularly is one of the things that I feel like my clients love the very most as a service and as an experience that my meditators really love when we have sound healings. They're just incredibly soothing. You're going to feel, it's the idea, I think, when you're done, is feeling like kind of like you've been cleansed, but also so relaxing, like a really beautiful massage. That's kind of the energy of it that I take away, is almost like having a massage. Like you're just, so great. Such a good clearing item. This is great for energy work, great for energy clearing. So I wanted to bring a couple of energy items and tools in, because those are things that I use really regularly. And so it's nice to kind of like get that out into mainstream and like just introduce them to people so that you know that there's other choices. And that's why the spray, I think, is so pivotal, because the spray is something that maybe somebody lives in an apartment and somebody would complain and they're like, somebody's smoking weed or something, because, sage smells it's pretty organic. I'm going to tell you, I don't mind it, but I know it's not everyone's fave. Again, this is on the go. You could do this anywhere, anytime. This is so easy to have in an office or right by your desk. This is the mobility of this and the user friendliness of a spray is like, just to me, it's why I'm going to make some, because I'm like, dude, we all need these in our lives. I started using one since I got back in the fall from September. I use them almost daily. Now I'm like on like Donkey Kong. So this is one of my fun new things. Questions? Anyone have questions? I'm going to try to move this out of the way so I stop banging into it. My singing bowl here. I love my singing bowls. Oh my gosh. Questions? Other suggestions for gifts? I love this. Like, I'm serious. This is a long one. So sorry you guys all hung in there with me, but it was fun. I just want to talk about the faves. I like love gift ideas. I don't know about you. I think sometimes I get sort of like worn out with the same things, and I like could really use a refresh and like, oh, hey, what's a creative, fun, something I could do? Which is why I love sharing favorites from time to time. Can you cleanse while using the bowl if you're using it yourself? Absolutely. It's funny. I was doing, absolutely. That's such a good question. Yes. On Monday, I didn't have time to meditate before I went in to teach. And I was okay. I mean, I was in a good space anyway, but I didn't get to sit down, and I like to kind of like center myself, and like I try to kind of get myself in the right space, right? So we talked about reflection. This is what our whole month is about, is if I can go in and cater to myself and where I'm at and make sure I'm right, then when I show up for my community, I'm in the best kind of space. So I try to do something where, even if it's just a little breath work before I get on and teach meditation, and I didn't have time. And so, but I knew it was going to be a low key, like it was going to be a sound healing, which is just really fun, because it's less of me yammering on and much more obviously just enjoying listening. It was funny. One of the people in our community, Brian, was like, I think it was Brian or Dave, was like, oh, I don't get to see the bowls, because I had it set up that you all could like see my face, but and like most people don't want to watch. I mean, when you're doing a meditation, I want your eyes closed. I want you to just experience, right? And I'm like, oh, I'm really sorry, I'm not having, dude, I'm telling you, I was in the freaking zone. Chantel was like, "Oh," like, "Oh," I don't even know what the hell I was doing. People are like, "How do you do that?" I'm like, "I don't know. I make it up." I don't have like a they're like, "How did you learn to do that?" I go, "I just do it." And so truly, like, it is so healing to do it for yourself. Absolutely. 150,000%. This is so powerful for others, but this is just as like there is something so I'm not kidding. You can't you could crank it, but I just don't feel like you would. The best sound comes from it's almost like I'm gonna get you, right? The bowl knows, the bowl has inner wisdom, right? And so like you're slowly doing this. There's something so reflective and beautiful about it that if I even sit down with my bowl Chantel and do this on my own and like do a handful of them, I literally feel so much better. Like if for sure this is, and that's why I would bring it. I wouldn't bring anything to you guys that are like, you have to give it to others to have, right, for them to have an experience. Like that's great. But really, I always want to include things for all of you that you're like, oh, I can do that on my own. I can do that at home. This is something you can do at home. And that's why I say, if you're going to get a bowl or one of those singing bowls, that the metal ones that are the gold that kind of look like more, ooh, are they Himalayan singing bowls? Those have tones and they've got chakra ones for those as well. Here's what I would say about those. This is no shade on anybody for what you like. A regular Himalayan like metal singing bowl on a pillow, you'll see them and you can clang them. And I think you can sort of wind your ear on the outside and it will begin to generate energy and sound. This is just easy. The quartz singing bowl is like bam, right there as sound is rolling. The thing that I would say about the metal bowls, they're beautiful. I actually would like a set of them, a full set of them for chakra work. And they're brighter. The sound is bright. Did that make sense? It's a lot more like bling, like it's, I mean, so it's on, you know what I'm saying? So the sound is, it's beautiful. When I went to Sedona, the woman did our journey for us, which is super cool. We were on the side of like a mountainous, red, gorgeous, like rock mountain thing doing our meditation. And at the end, she was playing one of those metal bowls. It was gorgeous. So they are so pretty. They're a very different energy and vibration to me than crystal bowls. And so I would just say that to, mess around with what you like. This is really my cup of tea, but I do really like the metal ones as well. So I think they're just made of metal. I'm trying to think if there's some fancy something they're made out of. I think it's just metal. I don't know. This sound is this sound is going to you're going to feel it. If you're in a space with this sound in a singing bowl, the sound swells and gets really, really, so those of you guys that have already attended sound healings, and you guys know what I'm talking about, but the sound really, it swells. So it feels big. And if you're in the space with it, I mean, you literally will feel like the sound is moving through your body. I don't know that those metal bowls have the same depth, if that makes sense. I don't even know if I'm wording this correctly in a way that makes at all any sort of sense. But that's what I would say. So if you were going to do any of the sound healing bowls, I would start with the heart chakra just because I think that's a safety. We all need it. We could use it. It's just a good standard chakra center to start working with right away for sure. But like I said, and then it's really preferential. Would I rather have something now? The metal ones are much smaller, right? So they're containable and they're storable. And so like the nice thing, right? Those are more mobile. That's definitely like, oh, I could put it on my meditation tray and go and, do my thing at the end of my practice. That's awesome. These are a little bit gangly. I mean, like you have to have space to store these suckers. And so the quartz bowls are, again, a little bit more maintenance-y. They're definitely not as sturdy as a metal bowl is. But the sound for me, there's nothing like this sound. So absolutely you can do it on your own for your own healing. Absolutely, absolutely. The other thing this will do is sound clears space energy. So if I was having a bad day, let's say I had a really stressful work day, never happens. And this week I'm working on projects and I'm like, okay, it's maybe a little stressful over here. So this would be a great thing that I could do to play this, or even if I had a metal bowl that actually does also energetic clearing. So the cool thing is there's lots of methods to get in and do energetic clearing, things that you might not even think of. So this is a really excellent way. If I didn't want to sage cleanse, bells, gorgeous way to cleanse, and also sound healing, great way to cleanse. So just another couple of like side notes for that as well. Other questions? You guys are awesome. Thank you for asking that, Chantel. I love questions. Other gift suggestions or questions? Anything that anybody wants to throw out there? I think I can see everybody on Instagram. You guys are always the toughest on Instagram because my phone is in the back of it. And I always struggle that I'm worried I'm not being able to see the very bottom of the comments, but I think I can. Any other things? We have talked every single thing. Oh, how do you take care of them? I will answer that. We have talked makeup, we have talked socks and mugs and scents and makeup and books and like everything here. So it's like a marathon. I love this stuff though. Totally. I literally do. How do you take care of them? So these are, like I said, you really want to have a space. So like in my office, I just keep them on shelves so they're kind of protected. So I would keep them up and out of the way of course, like animals and children and things like that, little kids, because little kids are going to think these things are magic, right? Because bong, I mean, they look right. So super fragile. I will tell you, like they're not thin, they're thick, but they are fragile. I've broken them moving them. I mean, something happens and bam. I mean, it's just now it was my fault. There's like no judgment about that, no shade, just that like they are not infallible. And so you honestly, they're super smooth on the inside. It's the outside that has a grit, and that's what creates the sound with the mallet. So it's not the inside. So this is the outside, right? And then I'll stop that. I just touched the outside. You can't hear anything when I roll this around the inside. So the inside's super smooth. The only thing you would ever want to do with this, honestly, is dust it. Take a nice rag, a dust rag, and just wipe them out. They don't get anything in them because they're sitting on shelves. And so super easy to maintain. If they got dirt on the outside, I would think you could take a little bit of water or something and just wipe it off with like a paper towel or something gentle. I wouldn't use anything rough. And if you do get one that has not a great sound, one of my ones that did not have a great sound actually had Zach take a piece of sandpaper, which is super funny because I'm like, it's too gritty. It was super gritty, like rough around the outside. I'm like, okay, like I get the textural idea, but it was super duper, like the sound quality was not great. And he actually sanded it and that actually elevated the sound. So now I'm not suggesting go get these and do that because hopefully the sound is good enough, but I got it in a set and I was like, I kind of can't complain. I think I got 5 in one set when I was finally ready to like, okay, I'm committing to doing this because I love this and I love the sound and I want to provide this as a service. So these sit out in my home. I mean, but they're on bookshelves. I mean, you guys have probably seen in the background, like they're sitting on shelves by themselves. Like I do take care of them that way, that they're not like just sitting. I like wouldn't set out on my living room table because I'd be worried, if you've got kids or dogs or family people hanging out or whatever coming and going, it's like, nah, as long as you tuck them away, wipe them out with a rag, you're golden. There's nothing to do to take care of them, truthfully. Super, super easy. Super easy. Great question. Great questions, my friends. See, I'm telling you, people are fascinated by sound healing. This has been a big theme this week in my life. Other questions, great questions. Anything about sound things, anything about energetic healing, anything about gifting. So again, some favorite companies, Mantra Mug. I stumbled across on Instagram. I absolutely love their products. The mugs are gorgeous. They're big, they're sturdy, and they're well made. And that is a woman-owned company. Please go spend your money with them. You'll get a beautiful box. I would tell you to get on the horn. If you want something for someone or yourself for Christmas, they will take a little bit to get to you. It's a mom and pop business, but they are phenomenal. So love, love, love. So they're great. Illume, I called it Illume. I probably made that shit up. Winter White. This is that's a great company. Really good quality candle. Gonna burn nicely. It has great scent. Crystal singing bowls. Those are from Top Fund on Amazon. There's all kinds of different ones. So you can go out and research to your heart's content about different, types of singing bowls and all that kind of stuff. Jacqueline said, do you have the shops on your Instagram? No, I do not. I don't know how to do that. I don't know how to do that. I do not have them. I wish I did. So that's a great question. I'm not cool enough to have a team of people that helps me do these things. So I'll be real with you. I may or may not have time to get in there and put all the links in all the different formats because I'm on 3 different platforms. But I just want you guys to know where to go track them down. If you're so inclined, then the great thing if I had a team would be that I would post them all for you. That's what the big wigs do. Wink, wink. They get to go in and put like their little links and stuff in the bottom because that's helpful to all you. I get that would be nice. I'm very sorry if I don't have time to do that. But that's why I'm giving you guys the company so that you guys can go and check it out. So it would be easier in one place, but hopefully somebody took notes. And if you do ever watch and have questions, if you've watched this and you're like, I have a question about something, always reach out to me, guys. I'll respond to you. I'm like, trust me, I will always like come back around and be like, yep, this is where I got that. Yes, this is where I found that. Like I said, the only thing in here that I showed you guys today that I could not for sure tell you where you could find these is this, because this was at Patina, a gift boutique in the Twin Cities. This was a boutique item, and it's by, oh, let me see if there's a About Face Designs. So www.aboutfacedesigns.com, and you would probably be able to find these. So you wouldn't find it in the same boutique because you don't have the same boutique I have necessarily, but aboutface.com. There you go. There you be. Glad I looked at the bottom. So like, again, you know, right, fun, silly, playful, all the way into really, you know, some of my very favorite energetic tools. Love, love, love that. And if you do have a question, please reach out to me. I will get you a link, a connection somehow, get you where you want to go with that. So anyway, those are my faves. We're going to have a really great month. I hope you all come back around next week and start talking about the gifts of this holiday season. And we're not talking the physical ones. Today, we're talking the physical fun. I wanted to set the tone, and it's early in the month so that if somebody did like the sound of any of these things, you could actually get on the horn and go get them and get them ordered and get them by the holiday. And so I didn't want to save it. So we are going to be talking about different kinds of gifts for the rest of the season. And it's seriously such a fun layer of content. I'm actually really excited to be bringing that to you guys this month. This is one of those months that I'm like, I really enjoy what we're going to be talking about and feel like it's a really great route for all of us to be living into alignment. And so I hope you guys will all they will all not be an hour. Today was just a super long one because I wanted to share my faves with you all. So thank you so much for showing up. Thank you for everybody that's still hanging out with me. And I hope you guys do find something really fun to try. This is great stuff to put on your own list or buy for someone else. So whatever kind of winds your crank. I just cannot emphasize enough. These are products, like I said, I don't get any kickback for telling you about them. I use them all the time. These are things that are tried and true for me. And otherwise I wouldn't tell you about them because I just don't believe in that. I want you to get a good product. If you're going to take the time and invest in something, I want you to get a good product as well. So I want you to believe in what I say and sell as being something of value. And so, God, I love gifts too, Jacqueline. I'm like the worst. Like when I say the worst, like I love gifting like no one's business. It's really, truly like one of my very favorite love languages is like gifting. And so I get really super jazzed up about that. So, and honestly, and I will tell you the truth, these are lots of things I've given my friends. I will often, if I get a favorite makeup item and I know one of my friends really likes makeup, I will literally get them my favorites and they know they like trust me because I wear it every single day and I try different things that they're like, okay, this is something that's really of value. So even if you go and it's like a little bit spendy, I'm telling you, it's going to be a good product. You're not going to get home and be like, oh my God, like this sucks or whatever. That again, the Stila, so amazing for the eyes, the Buxom for your lips. Like these are items I'm wearing mine. My lips still feel the same as they did an hour and a half ago. And I've been talking to you all for whatever, that is to me, like just money. And so I am a consumer that's very mindful about the greatness of something, that it really is, it works well, it does what it says, and I still want a good product, or it's supporting women, right? So Tara Brach, like let's buy her book. The mantra mugs for the women that are on Instagram. That to me, like let's support each other in business in our lives and help hold other women up into success, right? Like this is what we do for each other. And so when someone is selling or doing something, if we can help elevate that, I really believe in that as well. So if I find a company that I think is really ethical and wanting to do good things and coming from a soul space, I will sell you their stuff in a hot second. So Athleta, I mean, like I talked to you guys, it's not an inexpensive line of clothing. I wear it I wear it 5 out of 7 days a week for sure. Some form of it, not an exaggeration. I'm either using it to like do some yoga or I'm wearing it around when I'm working. I will jazz this pair of pants up with a sweater to wear out for the holidays. So, right, they're items that I do believe in the quality of them, and that's really important to me. So hopefully if you try anything, you feel like you're getting a high quality item as well. So I hope you all enjoy trying some fun things and get yourself a little something. I'm serious, like a little sample of perfume, come on, like $20, come on, right? Like some of these things, if something would really have meaning to you, I really am all about meaning as well. And so, those mugs give me joy every time I pull them out of the cupboard. I have a small amount of joy that I'm like, I love this mug, and this stands for something that I stand for in my life. And so one last thing I will tell you all, and then we'll be done, is that another brand that's really neat is Mayfair. And it's Mayfair, just like you would think it is, and Mayfair. And they have a clothing line, and they're clunky sweatshirts. They're probably for like 20 somethings. I will tell you though, I have one that says empathy, and I get more compliments on that. And the letters are all in different colors. I wear them for my professional photos. You'll see those rolling out in some of my advertising and things coming out. I'm wearing that sweatshirt. I love it so much. And their entire organization is about really beautiful. It's about compassion and empathy and emotions being safe and okay. And like, so to me, that's an expensive sweatshirt. That was no joke. It was kind of a commitment. It's bulky, but it is a nice sweatshirt. It is a heavy sweatshirt. And to me, spending money on something that has a message or stands for something or is supporting a cause, like all about it. So when we find things like that, I would love it if you ever find companies like that you really believe in, please share them in the community, because to me, I want to continue to hold up businesses and people that are working in soul-based kindness and loving compassion. And so for me, that's just a really big deal and gets my soul on fire. And so Mayfair is that company. You can go to mayfair.com and look it up, not like Wayfair, otherwise known as the furniture store, Mayfair. And like I said, so if it's colorful and jazzy and funky, some of them have swears on them, like they're hilarious, but mine just says empathy, and I absolutely love it. And literally, I'm not exaggerating. I don't think I've worn it one time where someone has not complimented me on my sweatshirt. Not one time. Every single time I wear it, someone says, I love your sweatshirt. So it's just bold right on your chest, right? So it's like Mayfair. Thank you, Jacqueline. You got it. It's so good. And so to me, again, are you going to buy that for somebody else? Maybe not. Maybe if you had a teen or young adult that you knew in your life was really wanting to stand for something and stepping into their voice, right? These are tools. These are vessels for stepping into our voices. And so to me, if someone sees me using a mantra mug online, like I hope I'm selling their stuff for them, right? Or I'm wearing a sweatshirt, or, it's like, hey, this is a company that's trying to do something good, and they're trying to raise up our vibration. They're trying to give people a voice. I'm just down with that. So yeah, if you find a good company too, please pass it on. If there's something that you really like, and if there is, please put it in the comments. If you're like, who I love buying from? So-and-so, put it in the comments, because then we can all support those businesses. That's really lovely to do. And this time of year, come on, if we're going to buy anyway, let's go buy something that's really holding space for someone else to be successful as well, right? Someone that really has heart and soul behind what they do. So, all right, friends, love and light to all of you guys. That was a long one, marathon style favorites. Sorry. Hopefully, like I said, it was useful to you. Be back next Thursday, same time. And we'll be talking about reflection. I'll be rolling out some more content about what that means. I will be sharing that definition sometime this week or next week early, so that you can re-get that and put that somewhere. It's handy to kind of be thinking about this month. And then I do have a New Year's retreat coming up. I might be moving the date. So I'm going to tell you, keep your ears to the ground. And what I would say is, if you're not, where I would tell you to definitely be a part of is my email list. So if you want to go over to my website, which is laughinglotuswellness.com, you can click on subscribe, and then you're going to get my emails. My emails are where I talk about what's rolling out, and I've got stuff, man. I'm telling you, I got a business meeting today. I got the things. Things are coming into alignment here. I'm just trying to work out the details of some of these things. So there might be some shuffling around, but there are things coming. And what I would definitely encourage you to do is make sure in my emails, because my email list almost always gets everything first. And that's intentional, because my subscribers and the people that are following me get dibs. That's what I believe in. And so if y'all are asleep at the wheel and sales come and go or whatnot, there's nothing I can do about that, but I'll offer it to you first, and then it's going to be open to the public, right? So all things are open first to them, and then I publicly begin to advertise things. So I do believe I will be having a New Year's retreat coming. I was going to do it the second. I might move it out a little bit and give us all a little more cushiony room, because it's really close to the holiday and it's on a weekend. And I just was worried people might be traveling and things like that. So just to kind of give space, I might scoot that out a little bit, but you will know if you're getting my emails. So trust me that emails will be forthcoming. There are new things coming. I would tell you to get plugged in so that you can hear about that. If that's something of interest that you want to kind of be included in it, then let's get on the horn. If you want dibs, that's where I would land, is in my email list. So if you want to head over, you can certainly jump in there and listen in for whatever is coming up and what options are for things. So that's that. So otherwise, my friends, blessings, love, and light to you all. let me just encourage you all to take time to reflect on where you are, how things are. One of my friends yesterday joked and she was like, I'm actually not reflecting this month because I just didn't feel like it. I'm like, good for you. Like, you do what you want. For me, this is a beautiful time of year to begin really looking inward about where I want to go next. And so it's just about getting in alignment. Like, what was really working this last year? What was really maybe out of alignment for me? What felt great? What didn't feel so great? What areas did I succeed in and what areas was I really challenged by? And so I really invite you to spend some time, if it feels right for you, to consider those pieces as you head into this time, because then you're going to head into the new year and you're kind of like have a leg up because you were like, I already spent some time doing this, right? So you can sit with a journal, pen and paper, fingertips if you prefer a computer, and or a friend, like sit down with a friend and like digest the year, talk out loud, have a glass of wine or a cocktail, or if that's not in your wheelhouse and you don't prefer those things, have a cup of tea or coffee and sit with someone and just digest, where am I? Where am I going? Where do I want to be? And really kind of mastermind your life. And that sounds really funny, but you really are sort of masterminding your life, like creating a plan for where you want to go next. And that's one of the things I love to do the most is help women get really clear on where they're going next. Because I want you to live in alignment and I want you to live into your purpose. And all of the things that I teach are the foundation for doing just that. But this is a beautiful time to reflect inward and spend some time and energy really kind of getting right with yourself and figuring out what you want to do, and or tapping into support to get that kind of wisdom to mastermind your life and where you want to go. And then that retreat will really be culminating all of that wisdom and energy into something that's like you have direction and we're going to move forward using that momentum. So that will be coming as well. So anyway, that's what I would just leave you with, because this is going to be a fun month of learning, I think. So I'm really excited about the content. I hope you guys really enjoy and take something away as well. So until next time, if you've got questions, drop them to me. Anything you want to know about, just stay in touch and or jump right into that email and I will stay in touch with you. So until next time, my friends, blessings, love, and light. This is Jen supporting you on your path to purpose, and we'll see you next time.